Alright, let's have a look at Heaven by Los Lonely Boys. Just the opening riff here, and then we can do more if we want later on. So I was going to do a playthrough, but they're playing in a different key than is indicated on the tab. So, and they recorded it in a weird key that I can't play along with unless I tune all my strings down, and we don't want to do that. So we're just going to play it regular, standard tuning, that is. So here's the riff in question here. Alright, and play through it twice because it's fun to get into a groove and get through it like that. So you're taking string 1 fret 7 and string 2 fret 8 and playing those twice. The next part is string 1 fret 8 and string 2 fret 10 together. You play those string 1 and 2 together, but then slide up. And 2 and 3 and after you slide, and 2 and 3 and so slide into it. Well, I'm saying slide from string 1 fret 8 and string 2 fret 10 to string 1 fret 10 and 2 fret 12. But then after you slide up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up. Then slide back down to the chord before. So there's our first chord. All right, then you play this chord once more and slide back. Then you go up higher to string 1 fret 12 and 2 fret 13. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up. Then you go to string 2 fret 12 and 1 fret 10. And you do the first string, then the second string individually. And then play both together. Alright, so here's string 1 fret 12 and 2 fret 13. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, down, up. Then string 1 fret 10 and 2 fret 12 individually, and then together. Then you're going to repeat that pattern, but start on string 1 fret 10 and 2 fret 12. 1, 2, 3, down, up. And then individually on string 1 fret 8 and 2 fret 10, and then together. So here's our section so far. Our first chord. Then you're going to do the slide, up, down, up, and slide back. Then way up to string 1 fret 12 and 2 fret 13. Down, 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 up. Then individual note, then together. Then the same pattern, starting on string 1 fret 10 and 2 fret 12. Down, up, individual, and then together. Then string 1 fret. Here's a new section. This is new. 1 fret 10 and 2 fret 12. And you just play it once. Then string 2 fret 13 and 1 fret 12. Let's see where I am now. Oh yeah. Okay. And you do that chord twice. Up, down, strum on string 1 fret 10 and 2 fret 12. Up, down on string 1 fret 8 and 2 fret 10. And then string 1 fret 7 by itself. And then the whole thing starts over again. So this last little section, string 1 fret 8 and 2 fret 10 once. I'm sorry, string 1 fret 10 and 2 fret 12 once. Then twice on string 2 fret 13 and 1 fret 12. A down, up strum on string 1 fret 10 and 2 fret 12. Then 2 fret 10 and 1 fret 8. Down, up, or up, down. And then string 1 fret 7 by itself. And then you start the whole thing over again. Okay, let's break this down into sections again. 2 fret 8 and 1 fret 7. Then string 1 fret 8 and 2 fret 10. You're sliding up to string 2 fret 12 and string 1 fret 10. But once you get there, up, down, up, down, up. Then you strum it again and slide back to the chord before, string 1 fret 8 and 2 fret 10. Okay, so here's the first section. Then that's the second phrase. Only 2 chords in that second phrase. String 1 fret 8 and string 2 fret 10, string 2 fret 12 and string 1 fret 10. Just those 2 chords in that second phrase. The third phrase is this. Oops. Okay, that phrase is this. String 1 fret 12 and string 2 fret 13. 1, 2, or down, 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 up, down, up. And you end that phrase by playing string 1 fret 10, 2 fret 12 individually, and then together. Down, 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 up. Then you're gonna, the next phrase, you're gonna repeat that pattern, but starting on string 1 fret 10 and string 2 fret 12. Down, 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 up. Individual on string 1 fret 8, 2 fret 10, then together. And here's our last phrase. Two fret 12 and 1 fret 10, twice on string 2 fret 13 and 1 fret 12. And then string 2 fret 12 and 1 fret 10. This is our final phrase. Up, down. Then the next chord, 1 fret 8 and 2 fret 10. Up, down. And string 1 fret 7 by itself. So here's our last phrase. And then it starts over. And all together like that. But you want to start off slower, you know, like second phrase. Here's our third phrase. Next phrase. Oops. Next phrase. Actually, there's your 4 phrases. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5 phrases, sorry. And there's your 5th phrase. All right. So hopefully I went through that enough times and enough different ways and with enough description to get you off to a good start. Remember, you're only playing on string 1 and 2, so that simplifies matters somewhat. And there's only a few chords. This one, 2 fret 8 and 1 fret 7, 2 fret 10 and 1 fret 8, 2 fret 12 and 1 fret 10, 2 fret 13 and 1 fret 12. And I might start off by just playing those chords. Those are the only chords in the whole song. See, I never go outside those 4 chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. So practice those 4 chords, maybe get good at those, and then start to put the phrases together. All right, we'll work on this more during our lesson, but this will get you off to a good start. Practice hard, have fun, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.